difference after having a day off and coming back out here?
Yeah, legs were a little bit more fresh. Energy was pretty good out there. I think everyone kind of just needed a little bit of kind of a break, just step away from the stadium. When you're here from 6 in the morning till 9 or 10 at night, it's nice to not show face for a little bit, even though we kind of had to come up here for treatment and people could watch the film and stuff like that. But it was good. We came out, kind of missed it a little bit, but it was good to come out.
Do you think, because you guys have every Sunday off, do you think it'll help you kind of prepare to get into a season rhythm? Because you guys, would have at least one day off last season. Does that kind of get you into a little bit of a rhythm?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everything that they're doing is really getting into that rhythm. We had a kind of a lighter practice today, which would have been like coming off of a game. The next 2 days are going to be throwing the pads on and really getting after it. And I think we're going to taper down and then hit it pretty hard on Saturday again. And I think it's just kind of all getting structured for like we had that night practice for those night games. It's something we really haven't had before. Is more just getting into that structure, which is it's nice. It's definitely getting our bodies kind of ready for that.
Now that you've had a week in those shoes and those gloves, so what are your reviews of the Under Armour gear?
Oh, we love it. I mean, they've done a great job. They've kind of fitted us into everything that we needed, and now that it's all broken in, let's just hope it holds up.
When did they come in and measure you for shoes and whatnot?
Did that over summer, and then they did like initial stuff in the spring, and then they just gave us kind of our sizing stuff to fill out, and then after that, the day one of camp, our bag was ready for us.
Is it nice to be a little more custom with the cleats?
Yeah, very much so. I've got a little bit fatter feet, so it's kind of nice. I don't have like the slender Nike ones anymore, so I can kind of widen out.
You gotta get the E-width.
Exactly.
How's the transition been from more of a receiving tight end to more of a traditional tight end in this offense?
I really enjoy it. I mean, I like being able to line up and not just run a route on a guy, but actually get to kind of punch him in the face a little bit. It's fun to get a little gritty in there, and yeah, just being able to kind of work with all those tight ends and learn the different techniques. It's an art craft of where hand placement is, your head placement, and the coaching staff's done a great job of teaching us these new techniques, and it's really fun kind of going out there with routes. You can kind of dictate your stems and work on your releases, and in line you're working on like hands and everything like that, so it's fun. It's a whole other part of the game that I didn't really get to enjoy as much, and now I get to.
How did your weight change in the process?
I'm up to 250 right now, and I played last year at 220. So,
pretty comfortable at the 250?
Yeah, very much so. Conditioning's, Becton did a great job with it, putting on good weight and everything like that, so I'm moving around well and feel good, healthy, so can't complain.
As you're coming off the field, do you notice the fault line?
I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not running a straight line, but no, it's pretty interesting kind of see it and realize that's kind of right there. So it's a little bit concerning at times, but we'll look past it.
You're on rollers.
Yeah, exactly.
It gives you a little bit of an advantage when no opposing teams come in. Oh wait, well what's that? Oh yeah, that's the fault line.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck.
What's your role been as kind of the elder statesman of the tight ends?
Yeah, it's been something I definitely I've been ready for, and I've gotten to learn from the best with Richard Rogers, Steven Anderson, Triggs, seeing those guys, and kind of Darius Powell. Just I don't know, I got to see the leadership roles that they kind of took with me and teaching me the ins and outs and kind of showing me that it's not always about getting here for your first time and showing the skill that you have. It's who can learn the playbook, who can do the things that you're asked to do or the extra mile, and showing that on the field. Yes, everyone's going to produce skill over time, but can you get in there, learn the playbook, and then be confident in your routes when you get out there? And that's what I've been trying to preach to the young guys. You're not getting many reps, but when you're in there, you got to know what you know. I mean, you got to go in there, you got to study, you got to come out here and be confident. And I think they're doing a good job of kind of getting in there, working extra, and they're asking questions when they need it. And I'm always there if you need anything. So, yeah, it's been a role that I've enjoyed, and I'm going to keep doing it.
When you first got the gloves, did you have to sort of practice so that you could actually form that seamless?
I have not yet. I've
like in the mirror.
I'm kind of just focused on making sure the ball sticks to it. So that's the main thing I'm worried about.
Do you do most of your work with Coach Regal or also with Coach Greatwood too?
I do work with Regal, Greatwood, Edwards, Baldwin, kind of just all across the board. Most of it's with Regal. We go with the O-line for 2 periods and just work on footwork and kind of with the whole O-line. But just whenever I need help, I go to both coaches, get as much tips as possible, and they're always available to help out.
They work well together too?
Oh, very much so.
We got a story coming up this week on Cam Saffle, who I'm sure you run into quite a bit on the field.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him, kind of adjusting from fingering hands in the dirt to standing up from spring till now?
Yeah, that was actually, we've been talking about it. His change from spring to now, it kind of looks like a guy that really can move out there. He's harder to get around if I'm trying to run around. But you see this big body, like, oh, maybe he can't move so well, and you try and get around him. You go on a couple extra yards thinking he can't get there, but somehow he's getting there now. So he's loosened up his hips. He's a lot more explosive. He's stronger, which I didn't know was possible. And he's a guy that he can grab and snatch you and throw you down in a second. So you just got to be ready for it and clear his hands. But that's a whole nother battle. So he's done a really great job of just changing his body and adjusting to a new position like a bunch of us have.